Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? So, let's give it a minute for everyone to hop in here. Yep, I will be looking at the video as we are in that position. Just giving it a minute for everyone to hop in here. So, yeah, Monday, Tuesday were kind of brutal, but slowly recovering. Right? It's why you need to practice risk management. Trades are going to lose, and you have to know that. You have to accept that, which most people can't, and which is why most people fail. Right? People can't accept losses. People get nervous, right, when you start to lose. Notice how when I lose, I don't get nervous. My mood doesn't change. Nothing changes because I know my system works and I know I'll bounce right back. Right? Trades lose. You have to get that in your head and you have to understand that. Okay. But 99% of people can't handle it. When they start to lose, they oversize. They start to revenge trade. They start to trade too much, chasing profits. And when that happens, guess what happens? You blow up your account. Every single time it's going to happen, you need to make those changes in order to not do that again. Okay, so you have to size the same every time. You have to. Even when your account starts to grow, don't increase your position size. Focus on just building consistency. After you build that consistency for 6 months to a year, then you could start to worry about increasing your position size. But increasing your position size in the beginning is just a recipe for disaster. And a lot of you are going to say, but I only trade with $1,000. I only trade with $2,000. Well, build consistency first, then you have the right to increase your position size. Trade small at first, because if you're a beginner trader, you're going to make those mistakes. So, you might as well minimize the loss instead of being on an emotional roller coaster. So, a little rant to start the morning off. Hopefully that, really hits you guys in the heart. Would love for you guys to drop a comment if it does. I'm sure everyone's been through it. Need to drink my coffee. SPY, right? Big sell-off yesterday. Once it broke this double bottom here and that previous resistance, right? We sold off, we retested, we moved back down again. We bounced off that previous level again, moved back right to the upside, and then big sell-off towards the end of the day. So, what's up, Ant? How you doing? So, we broke right below this white trend line, and now we are opening up 0.3%. So it needs to hold above 441 ideally. That is the spot that we need to break. And then 442.3. Otherwise, we'll just retest that low day yesterday. Qs also, right? We have this previous support at 363.41. We broke below that. Now we're kind of reclaiming it, so we're back in this zone here. We can even draw this like this, right? And potentially trade a potential breakout here today, right? We have this previous support. It's going to act as a resistance. So if this level can break 364.69, then we could potentially see our run up to 366 plus. How do I draw my support and resistance? Just based off multiple touches, just like this, right? When a support bounces multiple times, especially if it acts as a previous support here, right? Support was a resistance, right? Was a resistance. That's what you look for. That's a major support and resistance level. And we're below that right now. So since we're below it, it's going to be a little tough for it to break. But if it can, and if it can manage to move its way past that 364.69 level, right, then we move to the next level, right? If this, then that. That's how you have to think. Okay. Yep. Everyone's going to lose money until you stop making those same mistakes. You need to size small, and you need to focus on a setup every single time. When you're trading, the biggest thing is, right, being risk first. Look for a trade, look for a good setup. If it's not a good setup, move on to the next. It's really as simple as that. It's very, very simple. People make it way too complicated. It really is if this, then that. Right? If this level breaks, we're going to move up to the next level. If we reject, we're going to move down to this level. Okay. NVIDIA. So NVIDIA's up a little over 1% here. Great setup. Saw this right before close. Right? We have resistance. We broke out, we pulled back. Now that resistance is acting as support, right? Support and support. Now, not only did we bounce off this diagonal level, but we also have this horizontal level here, right? Previous support acted as resistance, and acted as support again, right? So great level here below to hold. Up about 1% here at pre-market, looking for a breakout today and a move, something similar to that. Right, a little falling wedge here, so looking for that breakout to the upside there. Okay, so great setup here on NVIDIA. Okay. If anyone has any questions about anything, let me know. Apple is looking pretty bearish, honestly. It's up 0.13% here in pre-market, but look at the overall setup here on the higher time frames, right? Classic bear flag, sitting at support too, right? Previous support bounced numerous times here, broke down end of day, and it's just sitting at the lows. Looks like it's just waiting to drop some more. Netflix, great play yesterday, right? We caught this move. We took puts right through this level, ended up exiting right here, ended up chopping, pulling back, retesting this previous support as a new resistance, right? So the same thing over and over and over again, right? Drops down, pulls back, retests, sees that continuation to the downside. Okay. Great setup yesterday. Easy 20% or whatever it was. Coin still in this range, right? It's still not able to find any momentum. So until it does, not going to be looking at it. Amazon, let's take a look. So Amazon, major levels above, right? Previous resistance kind of acted as support, not exactly, but close enough. Then we pulled through, we retested, old support acting as a resistance, and now it's moving back to the downside. I just checked coin. Does not look good at all. It just continues. This is not a wedge. This is just a downtrend. So Amazon, right, needs to break back over this resistance here. Shop, let's take a look. So Shop has rejected this 50, let's just say 56 level numerous times. Right, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And it's also created a double bottom here. Right, little double bottom, 1 bounce, 2 bounce. So if this can hold and we can break through 56.2, then I think we can move up to that next level, 57 plus. Nope, Amazon's not a wedge. If this high wasn't like that, then yeah. But it's not on a wedge. So yeah, shop looks pretty decent if it can hold this double bottom. Google had that breakdown yesterday. Now it's reclaiming, right? But still kind of in this wedge here. Not really going to be looking at it. Just need some more time. Tesla been looking awful recently. Needs. I'm not going to touch this until it gains some volume, gains some momentum. PayPal, no thanks. Microsoft, again, just looking like Tesla and coin here, pretty much. Meta been selling off. Looks pretty weak, but I don't really like playing at these lows here. Need to wait for a consolidation and a breakout. BAB is up almost 3%, 2.5% pre-market. Let's see. So, I mean, we have this previous resistance, acted as support, sitting right at this level again. Don't really like it though, right? I like to play that consolidation breaks. Square, downtrending, Rivian, no thanks. So, top setups today. Let's see. We could play Netflix again to the downside if we get a retest. That's something I would consider. Shop I would consider again. So Nvidia is really the best setup here today. Along with Qs if it can break 364.69. But other than that, there's really no setups. So, you know, it might be a day of not taking many trades, which is totally fine. That's what trading's about. Right? There's 25 trading days a month on average. There's not going to be a setup 25 days a month. Right? Some days there's going to be no trades. Okay. Anyone have any questions about anything? So that's all it takes to go through a watch list, right? You don't need to spend hours creating a watch list, guys. It should take you 10 minutes. That's really it. You go through your list, you find a nice pattern, you find consolidation just like this, you find, you know, a flag heading into support just like it is, and that's really it. Do we use previous day's gains to trade? No, I just use 1 to 3% generally, or 1 to 5% of my account size. I take that profit out every month. Uber. It's just like dilly-dallying here, right? Like it's too extended. I wouldn't really want to touch this. It's not doing anything. This is like a top tier setup, honestly. We want to see a breakout right at open, ideally. You have this resistance here above, right? Resistance, resistance, support, support. So we want to see this level break. So if that can break here, Should be good. NVIDIA's been a beast recently, though. An absolute beast. What questions has everyone got? So, if no one's got any questions, I'm going to go set up the Zoom. Everyone's very quiet today. The choppiness is getting to everyone. So, shop on watch. Apple will watch for potential downside. And that's really it. Stops are based on support and resistance. How do I draw support and resistance? I just covered that. It's based on how many touches there are. Right, NVIDIA. Resistance, support, support. All right, here's support. Here turns into a resistance, turns into a support. So just like this, right? You go along right before a breakout, stop loss below the support, price target high. All right, this is a 2.7 risk to reward. No one really likes to listen. No one likes to learn. Everyone just wants their hand to be held. All right, you guys got to put the time in. If you're not going to put the time in, you're going to be stuck at your 9 to 5. Right? No one really likes to hear the truth, but you got to put the time in. You got to just do it. There's no reason not to do it. All right? Nothing's easy, so. So I will see you guys